Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Hope you are okay on that side of the screen. And today with the Nvidia RTX 3060 Ti EX from KFA2. Now we have recorded quite a few videos around the accessories and the GPU that we've got right here today, and I will leave some links right over here. And because there will not be enough space for them, I will leave some links down below as well. One of them is the unboxing experience, which by the way I would challenge you to watch it in Portuguese, which is my language, and although you will not understand the language, I really believe that you will enjoy the video. So besides the unboxing video, I will leave some links for the Back 4 Blood tests that we did in 4K with ray tracing and DLSS. We also played with Forza Horizon 5 on an ultra wide display. We did a video about the keyboard, mouse and headphones that I've got right over here, and also about the Extreme Turner Plus new version, detailed video with all the functions that we can have, and of course the unboxing videos that I already mentioned. Now for those of you that will not watch that, really quickly, once we open the package, we will find the RTX 3060 Ti EX from KFA2 in a really nice package as usual. And besides finding this really beautiful GPU, we will also find the manual, and there is one cable which might be useful for some of you guys, which will connect the GPU to our motherboard, and we will be able to control the LEDs simultaneously through the software of our motherboard. Now in my particular case, I do prefer to mix and match separate and use Extreme Turner for the GPU and then my Asus software for this motherboard, but it's a option which is great to see included. Now the fans, if you are asking, hey Robert, are they silent? As you can see, they are completely dead silent. At this moment they are completely stopped because they are detecting that the GPU and the memory are cold enough, so the GPU is completely stopped. It has two fans of 102 millimeters right over here with 11 wing blades each. They will detect the temperature, and if they need to ramp up, they will. And of course with Extreme Turner we can control the fans as well. We can build our own curve depending on the PC that we have. At this moment I've got an open chassis, so it's really easy to cool down the GPU, but if we have a closed one like I've got right over there with also a KFA2 3070 Ti inside, the airflow will get in through these blades and then pushed at the back, and the back plate is just awesome. This was one of the things that probably I didn't mention on the unboxing, but the quality of the GPU comes in line with all the other GPUs that we have seen here on the channel. Really great quality, and the back plate is just awesome, all metallic, which will help to dissipate the heat, along with this really nice cooler and of course the really nice dissipator right over here. Now fun stuff, RGB. At this moment we have the breathing effect, and which is cycling. In my personal taste I prefer just red like I do with all my LEDs, and then the breathing, but this is one of the options that we can change with Extreme Turner. In terms of outputs, it has 3 DisplayPorts 1.4 which will power up to 8K displays. I don't have none, only 4K, so it will go up to 4K at 144 Hz. And if you want to check out some tests, I will leave some links down below, because a few weeks ago we tested out a few displays right over here with 144 Hz, and it was just a great experience. It also has HDMI 2.1, so if you want to connect through HDMI, you will be able to get up to 4K at 120 Hz. Now regarding the Extreme Turner, which is the software that will control all the accessories and of course the GPU. Now there is a new version that includes the GPU and of course the accessories, and this was just redundant, but the truth is that the software is improved. The desktop version is just awesome. We can see the general information of our system, we can see the overclock, and then just do our own settings. It also has the one-click overclock, which is something really cool for those of you that don't want to bother with settings. Just press one button, it will detect the best settings, and then bam, it will give you an extra few frames per second on your gaming. Then we have the RGB option, but we have so many options that I would suggest to check out the video that I will leave down below or right over here on the YouTube cards that has the all details about the Extreme Turner Plus. And we can also control our fans. Now the fans can be auto, manual, or we can design our own curve as I was stating, and we can at this moment control the peripherals. All of this can be done on a mobile version, iOS or Android. In my particular case, I use an iPhone 11 Pro, as you can see by some images, and the only exception is that we cannot at this moment control any peripherals. So we can only control the GPU on the mobile version. Everything that you see, RGB, overclock, everything, even when you are playing games, we can see the detail, and we can change the overclock settings on the phone without touching the computer, which is just awesome. Now, in terms of gaming, because a GPU is meant to have a great time in front of your display, in front of your TV. Back 4 Blood 4K DLSS with ray tracing activated, just a great experience, but there is a video dedicated about that, so just go for it. We also played the new Forza Horizon 5 at 2x2K, which is the ultra wide that I've got, 5120 by 1440, but I also tested out at 2K so that you guys can have some results, and we would get from 90 to 100 frames per second, everything on the maximum. Unfortunately, this game does not have ray tracing or DLSS. That would be awesome, but even without those features, the game just looks really nice, and the 3060 Ti just behaves really good, more than enough for this kind of game. Now, I also played Fortnite at 2K, graphics, everything on maximum, which on Fortnite is epic, ray tracing activated with DLSS, so that we can have the best graphics and the best performance possible, and we were reaching 80 frames per second. Now, if you are like me, you will be more than happy with 80 frames per second at this resolution and this graphic quality, but if you really need more frames per second, then I would suggest either go 1080 and you will have a blast, or just reducing to high or very high and you will easily get 100-120 frames per second on 2K resolution. Now, Watch Dogs, it's another really interesting game. We always test it out because of its features, shadows and reflections, and the gameplay. At this time, I did play on 2 modes. I did play on the online mode, which is really interesting, and also the Legion of the Dead, which basically we have to kill zombies, but it seems that I'm a bit of a disgrace. Now, results on ultra graphics, I was getting roughly 50 to 60 frames per second, and with very high 70 to 80. This using ray tracing and DLSS. So for this kind of game, more than acceptable in my opinion. Then Minecraft, just for the fun of it, using some RTX ray tracing maps, which makes the game totally different. And as I said many times before, it's not my kind of game, but I really appreciate what Nvidia did with ray tracing in this game right over here. So it's something that every time that I've got the chance, I will pass this words to anyone. Just try Minecraft with ray tracing and you will change your mind. It's just awesome experience. And lastly, I also tried the new game Battlefield 2042 at 2K. This is a massive game, maps with 128 players, which is just awesome but crazy. I did put the graphics at 2K Ultra, which is maximum with ray tracing and DLSS, and I was getting from 60 to 90 frames per second. And of course, this will depend on the map and the area and the action, because when there is too many players and too many bullets flying around, then I did saw frames per second dropping to 50s, 40s something. And in this particular case, I would strongly suggest to go a little bit lower on graphics so that we can get a higher frame per second, or go to 1080 and then full blast. You will be able to play it without any issues at all. Guys, that being said, hope that the video was helpful in some way, and if it was, don't forget that usual thumbs up right over there, which is really appreciated on this side of the screen. If you have any questions regarding the GPU or any of these accessories, just leave them down below. I will answer as best and as fast as I can. My name is Roberto, and as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.